Hey, it's Mick, and on this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to make your games faster in Unity 3D. Well, actually, it could be any game engine, really. These tips are something that I've done so far that worked for me. I've done over 46 games, mostly game jams, but I've done a few commercial games that I worked on too, as well. And on to the first tip, which is a big one, is how long really spend on my games. I only take 8 hours a week to make a game and just game development. I usually will do just about 2 hours a day to make a game, and no more than that. Maybe 2.5 hours max, the most. And the reason why I do this approach is so that I don't get the burnout. And it's actually a big factor that I see a lot of game devs do. They work for maybe 4 or 5, 6 hours, right? But what I always end up seeing is just a lot of burned out devs that you kind of lose that motivation. They feel kind of burned out, and actually they start getting more errors just because they're working through the night and working kind of late on through their games. Also, what's helped me make better games and faster games actually is getting player feedback. This was actually a critical one. I don't see too many game devs do within the process of making their game. I always say release your demo as fast as you can, just so you can get some feedback and just to get inputs and try to see where the crowd is going. Maybe the audience might like something. They might say, "Hey, can you change this or can you do that?" Right? You can also do more polishing in your game. And I always say feedback is golden. You don't want to exclude feedback. You want to get as much as you can early on and as quickly as you can, so you don't spend too much time on maybe in a game where it's not really going to turn out well. And a common enemy of game developers is bugs, of course. Bugs and errors in general. I know sometimes you can kind of focus too much on one error or a bug. I always say to avoid this, just write shorter scripts, but many of them. And what I mean by shorter and long, not long scripts is like, let's say you have your player script, try to keep it to a limit of 200 lines per code, and then just break it out. And the reason why I do that is just so that later on, if there is an error or there is a bug in a certain script, I can always discard it or just delete it and try it later on. It won't completely crash my game, but it'll make it playable and enough to get some feedback and troubleshoot a couple of different things. And another great tip is actually refactoring some of your old script that you might have used for another game that you could have done. Some examples could be like a player movements, right? Let's say you're making a top-down game, and rather than actually rewriting the whole script, you can just copy, or actually even better, prefab this section of the player script and later on import it into a new Unity project. And of course, the most important tip is really enjoy just doing game development. Don't do it just because you want to be a game developer. Actually enjoy it and just kind of like the whole aspect of it, like the whole art part, like the scripting, pretty much like the whole focus of game development. I actually do enjoy it. There's never a day I think, oh, I don't feel like doing game dev. Sometimes, but sometimes I do lose that motivation. But typically, I kind of have a habit over it now. And anytime I just don't do game development, I kind of feel like, oh, I should really feel that I should go back to game development. And now to the game development aspect of my game. Currently, I'm working on Ocean Boulder. So Ocean Boulder, I have done the demo section of it, which is practically just the first level. I already have my game in Steam, which I'm kind of proud of. I never had a Steam game, which it's always been itch.io for games. So I'm glad that it's now on Steam. You can check it out for sure. It's gonna be there. You can wishlist the game. I'll have a Steam demo because I'm gonna do a Steam Fest in there as well. What I have ready for the game though, I have the Amazon or the jungle area, I should say, ready. So which is the second level I have. I made it not too hard, not too easy as well. I made it kind of like challenging still, kind of like how the first level is. I will probably do a little bit more polishing to the demo and to the game. Like the wall areas, I don't like how the materials look too well. I'll make redo a couple things here and there. I do actually like some of the 3D materials that I got into the jungle area. The 3D actually totem was provided by Ben. Oh, all credits go to Ben for sure for that one. Ben, I really do appreciate it for that. And I'm pretty much done with the jungle area of Ocean Boulder, which is the stage 2 part of your trying to escape from the dungeon. I probably might do more polishing to the ground area, just kind of like add a little bit more juice, maybe different particles effects, different animations, stuff like that. also different music. Just probably start looking for some sort of music that I can add to the game, just differently from what I originally have from the demo. And my current project right now is making the monkey chase area. So the monkey chase area, that's gonna be a little bit tricky for me. Trying to make it kind of like make the assets a little bit more bouncier, I guess, when you do the jumps. Right now, I'm doing some sort of like a node system where I'm kind of having the monkey follow different paths to follow and move around to. But of course, with the transform point area, it's still kind of like wonky and wobbly, especially when the jump areas come up. Maybe with the animations, maybe with the monkey jump animations, it'll look better. I do like the banana slip animations. I know I have a lot more animations I want to add, just so it has more of the feel to it. I know polishing has always kind of been my weak point, but I always kind of do a little bit of polishing, do a little bit of programming, do a little bit of debugging. So I try to get it sort of complete, but not almost. I hope to have something ready by maybe in the month of August. I'll have that monkey area much nicer and cleaner. And with that said, I believe that's all I have for my game dev journey. Of course, if you guys want to check out more, you can check out my streams on Twitch. I'm always over there on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 West Coast. If you guys want to check me out, definitely check me out. Like I said, any feedback, it's greatly appreciated. If you did like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, of course, like always. You can always check out the Discord. We have other game devs in there. We can, communicate with and kind of throw out any ideas. Really appreciate it. Alright, guys, thank you, and I'll see y'all next time.